Hello YouTube, we are live back on Farming Simulator 22. Today we unfortunately don't have vigplays with us. We are streaming alone, but that is alright. So yesterday the Kubota DLC finally released for Farm Sim. Super excited for this one. I love Kubota and their vehicles. We're back on the save game. I've got two of the vehicles here. We've got the M5 -111. And then we've also got the M7 172. Both of these very nice tractors. Now this one is replacing the Iseki. This one replacing the Case IH Puma on the farm. We're going to be using these two today. We're just going to take a quick look at the other vehicles that are included with the DLC, just so you take a look at that. So of course we've got the M5 series. Now this is the M5 Narrow series. There is another M5 series which is closer. It's basically closer in size to the M6 with the styles of the M7, but the horsepower of this M5 Narrow here. So a mix of these three, which I also love, and I'm hoping will either be added later or will come out as a mod, because that will be fantastic to use. And of course we've got the M6 here, which, another nice looking one. The M7, which I'll show you in a bit. We've got the M8. Now this is a US only, which makes me quite sad because this is a beautiful tractor. I don't like that. Why would I want a stick coming out the side of it? Especially, well, I mean, if I'm doing dual wheel, fair enough. Doing single, don't have that. It doesn't matter. We'll probably use that at a later date. It is still a lovely looking tractor. Then got the R640. It's a little front loader, very nice looking. Then got a couple of skid steers. We got the SSV 75 and the SVL 97-2. This one is on wheels. You can actually add additional weights on the back. That's pretty cool. This is the tracked version of it. Then got the two ATVs. The two-seater here, the RTV XG850 Sidekick. Of course, put the 3-point hitch on the back of that one. Then we can put bull bar on it. Then we've got the larger one, which has 4 seats in total. Can put it down so it's 2-seater instead, don't extend the rear platform. And of course you can put the 3-point linkage on there. And again, we've got bull bar designs on that. Now apparently, unfortunately I can't test it out because I am alone on the stream, but you can have passengers on this, which is pretty cool that the Giant Software have implemented that. Now, of course, we've then got the 2 front loaders there, that being the smaller and the larger. So that is it for the DLC. I've then gone ahead and installed a Kubota equipment mod from Mod Hub. Looking at it, I think it's probably just retextured ones from that are already in game, but that's all right. They still look pretty cool. Anyway, we've got work to do, so I'm going to hop in the M7. We're going to go and roll the sugar beet field. Love the beacons, the LED strobe beacons. Very nice tractor, this one. Inside, very nice interior. Of Good sounding tractor as well. As you can see, the cost of these two machines has depleted our money a bit. But we'll definitely be earning that back with the amount of oil we're producing now. Now we've got the vineyards in. Where is the roller? That's the question. So this M7, it has 100. The one I've got is 168 horsepower, so it's the most you can get on this tractor. Checking with the machines we own, this is actually more than enough. A lot of them are 160 or 150 horsepower requirement. So definitely going to be alright with this. Those trees are going to get in the way, aren't they? Going to need to cut those down today, I reckon. Off we go. Yeah, this definitely won't take too long. I was literally, so yesterday I was at work, which is of course when this released. I was clock watching all day. So the pre-order bonus was still actually live here in the UK on Steam anyway. But a good 4 hours after it released, which was interesting. It was only in, so in the UK it released in the morning. I think it was something like 10 or 11 o'clock. It was only by 3 o'clock that they'd updated it on Steam for those who have the Season 1 pass, which I do. I was looking at it and I was starting to get a bit worried because I'd seen I still didn't receive it because I was using Steam on my phone, so I can see what is in my library. But yeah, they did end it, so I'm assuming it was waiting for the pre-order bonus to end before adding it on there, and I'm assuming also wait until it releases in all regions as well, because it releases in different times at all regions. But did actually see someone review the Season 1 pass, really having a go at it. Say, you know, the Kubota hadn't come out on there yet, and it's terrible because there's only one DLC, which, you know, it's the start of the game. Let it takes time, you know. They've even highlighted on there's several packs to come. Hopefully they've actually taken it down, because, you know, a lot of people have problems with the season pass. I personally don't. I think it's quite a good idea. You know, you pay in advance and then you just get everything unlocked as soon as it comes out. Pretty much as soon as it comes out anyway. Anyone watching this, let me know what you think of Farming Simulator doing a season pass. Personally, I think it's a good idea. Be interesting to hear your views on it. I'm going to need to cut down those trees today. They are going to get in the way a lot. I also need to take a look at the other equipment we've got on the farm, because where we're now deviating away from silage, I'm wondering if it's going to be worth selling the mowers and the baler. That'll give us extra income to expand what we're currently doing with the oil and winery. It's just whether Vig will forgive me when he's back, hopefully next week, for the stream. We are also going to do some spraying on the vineyard today. Possibly the olive grove. I can't remember if that one needs spraying yet or not. I know it will need ploughing soon. I'm going to wait until the grass grows up a bit though. We've still got plenty of time to do that in. Got until October. We're only in March in game now. I do really like this tractor. Now, having Kubota in the game now, it does start to make me think about what is going to be coming in the future from DLCs, because Kubota do so many. We've only got the M series of tractors, but they do... I think that there's 4 different series of tractor in total they do. We've got one of the series, and not even all of them, because we've still got the M4 as well, and of course the standard size M5. We've only got the Narrow. And they do loads of us. So I think there's one series for sort of ground maintenance, lawn care sort of thing. There's another one for just I think just a series of compact tractors, and then there's others designed sort of for orchards and stuff. And I'm just going to drive through the hedge, you know. But then they've also, of course, they've got all of their equipment, all the seeders and that they so sell. I know I downloaded a mod for that, but again, they are, I believe, only retextured ones from in-game already. But then you've also got rice harvesters, which is an interesting one. And having Kubota in the game and knowing that they do rice harvesters, and knowing how Farming Simulator is expanding, I'm wondering if they're actually going to base the DLC map in Japan so we can have rice in the game or something like that, because then you've also got cherries, which Japan, you know, they're famous for their cherry blossom trees. They also do a lot with orchards out there now, so they do, you know, they grow apples, so that ties into the small tractors, you know, orchard tractors and that. So I'm doing a terrible job reversing this, but it does make me wonder what is next, because I'd definitely like to see something like that. This is such a nice tractor. Reverse it into here for now. And we shall get the M5. Now this one doesn't have any beacons on it. Yeah, it's a nice tractor, this one. You can put front weight on it. I haven't done that with this one. But there is the option to. Head into first person. It's got quite a bulky bonnet for such a small tractor. It's almost like it's got a nose coming out of it. It's absolutely massive, that front. It's very nice though. I'm going to get the Massey Ferguson off of sprayer so we can do that. This lovely tractor. Just park that there for now. There's something else I've actually seen online about Season Pass, but more specifically what Giant Software are bringing out in terms of DLCs. Is actually the content that's in there. Jody Beard, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so someone was saying they're not happy with the content that's in the games. It's always bringing out tractors, and I partially agree with them on that. Now don't get me wrong, I love the fact they're adding more to the game. But it would also be nice to see more equipment added. Now, do I even need to spray this section yet? The answer is no. No, I don't. Do need to spray the olives. Right, I've just sprayed that entire row pointlessly. How's your day going? My day is going fantastically because I'm using Kubota in Farming Simulator. I have been after this for so long. You loving it as well? Brilliant. No, I've been after Kubota in Farm Sim for so long now. just done a bit of rolling in the M7. We're obviously in the M5 now, spraying off the olive grove because the orchard doesn't need doing yet. I'm going to need to get rid of these trees as well, I think. And I've just messed that up badly. Yep. Going well. Oh, I'm actually stuck. Got one in real life. Nice. Very nice. What I'm thinking here, I originally separated these olive groves. So vigplays normally streams with this, not here today. I'd originally done it so that I could work on one, he could work on the other, and then it just quickens it up. However, he doesn't particularly like taking his time doing something. He's very much the sort of person that it has to be 1,000 horsepower and 6 million miles an hour or I won't do it. So I'm now thinking, should I connect them together? Should I join those up? The only problem with that is they're then sort of wonky, they don't match. So I'd have to take up either the top or the bottom and redo that. But will it be better in the long run? I suppose we'll get a higher yield because we'll have more trees. So happy they put a new brand in the game. Yeah, so am I. And they've chosen a good one for it. They've chosen a good one for it. I'm just wanting them to add more orchard equipment now, because there's loads more brands out there. Having a trailed harvester instead of just the self-propelled ones for the grapes and olives would also be pretty cool. And a cheaper alternative, because let's face it, the New Hollands that we've got in the game are really expensive. So have you got any ideas what the Ep DLC and the end of the year might be, where we're possibly going to next? I'm thinking it possibly somewhere like Japan, since we've got Kubota in. Knowing that Kubota sell things like rice harvesters, and knowing that Japan also have orchards out there, I'm thinking that's quite a possibility. I know what you think. Kubota for small farmer. Yeah. Mind you saying that, if I was a farmer, I mean, I'm in the UK, so we've got quite narrow roads anyway, but even if I had lots of fields, I'd probably still go with Kubota, just because they are small, easier to manoeuvre. Probably why I prefer smaller tractors in Farm Sim. I never use anything from the large tractors category. Never do anything more than medium. I never normally go over 200 horsepower either. That does plenty for me. Love to see a Japan map. Yeah, would be pretty cool. I'm hoping they do go somewhere different, because it's always normally Central Europe or America. They never normally stray away from that, which, you know, I mean, I know there's a modding community out there, but even then, it's only ever really US, Europe or UK. And don't get me wrong, love a UK map. Be good to see a giant software take on a UK map. I think that'd be quite interesting. But then, you know, I don't think we've ever had a map in Asia or Africa even. We've had a South American map by Giants once, Estancia La Pacho. But personally, I didn't really like that map. I think it was a bit plain. I mean, you've got so much in South America, like Colombia, for example. You've got coffee farms out there. You've got, you know, it's all different terrains. You've got forests. You've got mountains. You know, there's desert in South America, which is all where they went with Estancia La Pacho. But there's so much, and they always tend to go with Central Europe or US, which bit meh now. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they're going to take us somewhere new. Somewhere like Japan. I'd love to see that again, because, you know, I've never been to Japan, but seen pictures of it. Beautiful, beautiful country. Again, you've got lots of different farming out there. You've got all the rice paddies. You've got cherries. You've got apples. So you've got opportunities to even expand on the orchards which they've introduced. But we will see. Some people make the fields too big in the game. I like small fields, small equipment. Yeah, me too. Even then, sometimes I try to tackle the large fields with the small equipment anyway, just because why not? Yeah, I'd much rather use the smaller equipment. It's a lot more enjoyable. It's more relaxing as well, which I find, which is why I don't mind tedious tasks like this. Yes, it's just going up and down, but it's just quite relaxing. It's quite good to unwind. Definitely don't mind using the small equipment. Another bonus with the small equipment is it's just cheaper to run. Like if you know, I reckon if you was to compare a farm that uses small equipment like Kubota's compared to a farm that uses massive equipment like the quad track, for example, running costs are going to skyrocket on the farm with quad tracks. Kubota is just going to be, I should imagine it will be nice and steady. It won't be an awful lot. Another map that's got a lot of detail in it makes it more lived in. Yeah, definitely. You know what? I think Farming Simulator 22, praise to Giant Software, because I think they've done a fantastic job on the maps this time. This one specifically, this is the I don't even know how they pronounce it. I always say Outbaileron, but that's not how it's pronounced. The French one, anyway. I think they've done such a fantastic job on it. Like, even out of the mod maps I downloaded, I still come back to this one the most. It's just something about it that it makes me feel excited about farming. You know, Calmsden Farm, fantastic UK map. Absolutely love it. But I still come back to this one more. So hopefully Giant Software will continue with that. They'll continue making these excellent maps. They've done such a fantastic job with this game. I think the addition of the factories and production chains as well, that has made a massive impact. It gives you so many more possibilities. Right, are we halfway yet? Not quite. Go back in first person. I've just forgotten which row I came down, that's helpful. this one. I think. Yes. We'll get to the end of this row, and then we will park up ready to come down the next one. I'm going to move over to the M7, take a break from the driving up and down, because I'm sure you lot are getting bored of this. Maybe not, but it gives me a break from just driving up and down, so I'm going to go drive up and down on another field instead. Leave that there, we'll go over to the M7. Yeah, actually, does that need fertilising? I don't think it does it? No, I know why it doesn't, because I fertilised them before they're planted. Ignore me, I've literally lost the plot. Completely lost the plot. Won't jump in the M7 and do another field. We'll jump back in the M5 and continue this one. Good that. About 40 minutes into the stream, I've already gone crazy. So, this is the second pack for Season Pass. Third one should come out summer. Now, in the UK, we're just entering summer. So, should only be a few months, and then we'll get the next pack. So now we're going to play a guessing game because, you know, why not? It gives us something else to do, doesn't it? Hashtag fertilising, absolutely. So, let's find the roadmap for the Season Pass. So, the next pack, get things done more efficiently. That is essentially their little clue as to what's coming. Now, that will be summer of this year, so give it a few months, we should know something about it. So, the guessing game is, what do we think that is going to include? Is it going to be another brand that providing vehicles? Is it going to be an expansion of a variety of brands we've already got in the game? Is it going to be some equipment instead of vehicles? What do we think we're going to get next? I'm thinking, if I get things done more efficiently, it's going to be equipment rather than vehicles, which will be good. But I'd like more vehicles. it'll be good to have some equipment instead, because we've had vehicles for the past 2 DLCs. So, let me know what your guesses are. Love to see another brand. I'd quite like to see expansion of the brands we've already got in game, personally. Just because there's like Voucher, for example. I quite like Voucher, and yet we're now down to only 2 of them. And although the 2 we've got are very good, I'd love to see like the T series come back. And I know there's mods out there for it, but something like that. But then I'd also like to see expansion of other vehicles, in terms of like John Deere, for example. We'll see more from them. Like John Deere, Class, New Holland, they all do orchard tractors. Yes, we've got quite a few orchard tractors, smaller tractors in the game now. But seeing, you know, as the major brands as such, that would be pretty good, I think, as an expansion to it. But then we could also see an expansion in terms of seeing more of the John Deere equipment come to game, like the cultivators and the seeders. Or we could have an expansion of the brands in-game and a new brand. I doubt that'll happen, but you never know. Sounds like it could be some equipment to make things easier for you. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking anyway. I'm thinking it'll either be a brand we haven't had before, providing equipment, or an expansion of the brands we've already got in-game, but straying away from the vehicles more. Now, for the first expansion, which that is coming in fall this year, or autumn, so that will be, I should imagine November is when they're going to do that. But that will be an all-new map, which we were discussing anyway, but a plethora of machines. So there's going to be a lot of new machines being added with that as well. So definitely be interesting to see what that one's going to entail. If we're adding a lot more machine, is it going to be something more along the lines of the orchards, and then getting lots more orchard equipment in, and different types of orchards rather than just olive groves and vineyards? You'd see the introduction of apples and nectarines and peaches, pears, plums, cherries, things like that. Is it going to be something completely different that no one has even thought of yet? Who knows? But it's just very exciting. Voucher is one of your favourite tractors. Yeah, I love the T-Series Vouchers. They're very nice one. They've got a decent amount of horsepower. They're an alright size, so they can work on both small farms and large farms, which is fantastic. And they just look really stylish. It's a shame that Giant Software have removed them with FS22. I know they've got to get the licensing and that, but yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot more to it than what we all know. And who knows, maybe they are going to make a return. Can't wait to see what the next map DLC is. Yeah. It's one of those things you want time to speed up, but you don't want it to speed up too much because you want to savour it all. I'm sure whatever it is, it will be really good. Seeing how far Farming Simulator has come, I'm sure that it can only improve. We'll go check on the chickens after this. I also need to have a look when we're going to be selling the olive oil, and I know the canola oil's November. Olive oil, I believe, best time to sell it's coming up soon. So we should have a nice influx of money, which will be good because we've got a lot of olives to get through. Hopefully I can put more into the factory. We managed to fill the whole thing up. Love the production part of the game. Yeah, I think it's made the game so much more playable for so much longer. I think what a lot of players found before is that after so long of playing the game it's just repetitive, but I think with the productions there's always a new path to follow, and it allows modders to create their own productions. I know we had Global Company in Farm Sim 19, but wasn't really a lot to go along with that. But now there's so many possibilities. I mean, I've got a winery mod and an alcohol factory in this one, so we're going to be making wine, bourbon, vodka. You know, that's why we've got the sugar beet field and the vineyards. We're going to be making one of the vineyards, and the sugar beet will be going to the yeast factory to make the yeast. That'll go to the alcohol factory, and we'll make loads of other different alcohols, and they are going to get us a lot of money because they sell for 20-odd thousand pounds a litre per 1,000 litres, not per litre. That'd be extreme. Yeah, there's so many possibilities, which is really, really good. We're also at some point going to be getting, gotta say, some cows. Yeah, I'm going to say cows. We'll get some cattle. Dairy. We'll do dairy. We can get some cheese or something like that. We do sheep, turn the wool to clothing. Yeah, so many possibilities. The only thing that... This is the thing I really hope they add. Because pigs, for me, are still a bit pointless in the game. Because you get them, you feed them, and then you sell them. But there's nothing else to it. And it makes me wonder why they didn't add a butchery production chain. Because then you can, and that'll work for all animals, because then you've got an additional use. Because sheep you use for wool, you can sell them, but you won't get much. Cows you get for dairy. You can get ones for meat, but again, they don't sell for much. You added a butchery as the production. You get the different cuts of meat. You're going to sell all different prices, and a lot of the time more than just the actual animal itself. It would make animals more profitable, and it would give us a use for the pigs, because at the moment, from my point of view, they're just not really worth it. Actually, that's something. If there is actually a butchery mod already out there, please let me know, because I'd like to have a look into it. Because again, I think, you know, at the moment, pigs are not really worth it. Sheep are only worth it if you're going to make clothing. And, you know, cows have always really been one to go with, but chicken's fantastic for the eggs. That's the one I always make sure I have. I always make sure I've got chickens, because the eggs just go for so much. At some point, with the expense of this farm, I'm going to have to up the seasons from 1 day, 1 month to, well, higher, because what I'm planning on doing, so field 42 in front of me at the moment, I'm going to buy that, the bottom half nice and flat. That's going to become essentially a second yard. I'm going to have all the animals down there. I say all the animals, the cattle will be down there, and possibly sheep if we get them. And then we're also going to need to get grass fields. Now the orchards, the olive grove and the vineyards, they take time to do. So I'm going to need to give at least another day to get all that done. Plus we've got to do the sugar beet. We're going to have other fields for the other productions. We're also going to need the grass for the animals. We're also going to need to feed all the animals and make sure they're all healthy, make sure the production's all running. So it's going to get quite hectic. The growth of the farm already, this is only episode 6, maybe. Actually, I think I've actually made a bit of a boo-boo with this stream. I haven't titled it correct. Yeah, I've called it episode 5. This is episode 6, just putting that out there. For those of you that are watching, this is episode 6, not episode 5. Anyway, the olive groves are done. I wonder if I can go in and just quickly edit the title of the stream whilst I'm doing this. I don't think I can. Nope. Okay. Yeah, this is episode 6, not episode 5. Just saying. Right, this needs a good clean. Okay, I've managed to get straight into the tractor. Well, I mean, I wanted to anyway, so that's alright. Right, let's see if I can reverse this. No, it's the answer to that. There we go. Yes, quite a tight yard to manoeuvre in. There we go. Right. Got to cut down these trees because they are in the way. I thought it was a good idea at first, I was wrong. I also can't cut them down, no. Aha. There it is. Okay, that's not where I thought it would fall, but there we go. Get rid of the small branches. There we go, and stump. This is a mod I like, Lumberjack mod, that allows you to grind the stump with the chainsaw. is it? Sometimes quite hard to get onto the tree. This is why I don't normally go with broadleaf trees. I normally do... I mean, I like conifers better anyway. This is why I don't do these types of trees in the game, because they are annoying. I'm using super strength. It's just a lot easier, especially when it comes to the trees. They can be really awkward when you're just trying to pick them up with telehandler or train or something. Now at some point we will be selling this wood, probably when I next do a sale somewhere else. We've got quite a few. We did have trees all along here as well. But they were definitely in the way in the sense of you couldn't drive up here anymore, which isn't good for the silo. This is what we've got growing now. Nice pine. Got some stone pine along here as well, which is actually looking really nice. And the crows are eating my grapes. Stop. That would be something nice to add to the game. The birds scare us. I mean, you could do it in the form of scarecrows, or you could do it in the form of the sound device. It sounds like a gunshot. It's not. It's a sound device designed to scare them off. Having those in the game would be pretty cool. Go. I removed the stump, I did. Oh, right, that's the trees sorted. They're gone. Thank goodness. Right, this is our factory. Now, this is a mod farm, mod hub. There's quite a few different ones in the pack. And this will literally allow you to make anything. Here's our winery. We've only got the winery at the moment, but you can get the yeast laboratory and the alcohol factory. You need to get those in the future. Canola, have I got any? As it turns out, I have. beautiful M7. I try and only use Kubota today. I can't remember which silo it's in. Thinking it's this one. There it is. It didn't quite fit it all in there. Actually line up better. That was a pretty poor attempt. Okay, can I fit any more? Yeah, that's the question. Yeah, should be able to fit the rest of that in. That's good then. That empties out the silo, at least this one. Mind you, 7,000. I reckon we're going to have like 100 litres or something stupid like that left over. Hopefully I'm wrong. Oh, look at that. 1,088 litres. Knew it. Knew that would happen. We will get some of the olives from in here and we'll tip them to the factory. Ah, I can access the canola from either silo. That's helpful. So this works as an extension, essentially. Pretty good. I didn't realise that, I'll be honest. I didn't think it would take all of them. Doesn't hold a lot of olives, that factory. That's the only thing with it. I do like that M7, I must say. That is a really good tractor. Right, so let's have a look. When are we going to be selling the olive oil? June, so it is coming up soon. That's good. Sell some of that in June. I knew November. We'll save that for November. That can go with the canola oil. Honey, I believe we've just sold the honey, haven't we? And the eggs are also November. So we've got until June. We've got to do some more anyway. We'll skip time, mind you. Got a lot of eggs spawning now. Don't do this at home. Let's put the eggs on top of one another because that's pretty bad. However, I need to clear the spawn trigger. Otherwise, I'm going to get error messages left, right, and centre, and I don't want that. So, we'll have a little sleep. We'll see what we can do in the morning. Chickens. We've got 360 chickens. Where's the 9-month, 3-month, 12-month, 18-month, 14-month, 16, 10. 18-month. We will sell for them. That's an extra £1,000. See, this is why we need a butchery production chain. Because then we could get more. Yeah, I think this needs weeding. Yeah. I'm thinking this field, it's got a little bit of growth in it. Should get on that. That needs ploughing. I'll go up and down that in a minute. And this one, and spray it. But we need to mulch it as well. And in theory, the mulching does the spraying at the same time in a way. Mulching it fertilizes it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I sold the Case Puma from here, so that's sort of not the right way round. Right, let's jump in the M7. What am I doing? I need to... I don't know if I have... Oh, I do. That's all good then. Where did I put it? Right where the Massey is, of course. Get a front weight on there first. I need to reorganise this yard. Might do that after the tasks for today. It is a mess. And I don't know why that window, I've straightened that up 3 times now. And it still keeps moving across. That has got to be... Is it because there's too much around it? What's going on? I don't understand. Do not understand. It's nice not having the trees there anymore. There we go, that's looking better already. Look at that, no more weeds. Goodbye weeds. pull over. There we go. Yeah, you can see where I've been driving all around that the roller. I've missed some weeds, so I can't have that. No, 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 not on my watch. Thought I was going to knock that honey pallet out then. I didn't. Right, anyway. I have to try harder next time. This sugar beet is looking healthy, or the side that's got no weeds in it anymore. Anyway, missed another one. Oh no, it's not good. This tractor is just fantastic. I keep saying it, but I'm so happy we've got Kubota in Farming Simulator. I've missed some more. I'm gonna need to cut down all of those trees as well. Am I? I might be able to leave them there. They're not too close to the field, which is all right. They're not like the other ones, which were just in the way. There we are. That is weeded. So now we can... Oh, growth stage 2 of 7. I suppose growth stage 1 is the seeded, yeah. I knew that. Yeah, we'll get this attached to the sprayer. And then get that done. And we'll get in the M5. Spray the vineyard, mulch it, and then plough in or subsoil in between the olive groves, or the olive trees. And then we'll try and organise this farm a bit better. See what machines we do need and what we don't need, because I think we could sell some, make a bit of space, not crash into the building preferably. Should be looking ahead, not down. Good, I've done this before, it's all fine. I don't know what I'm doing here, I need to go forwards first. There we are, right. I always find spraying is easier from looking down on the crop, so you can see where you've been, where you've got to go. It's always annoying when you just get that tiniest little bit at the end. Doesn't quite reach all the way. There we are. Right. That's all done. Once we're in here, we will get the rest of that loaded up. Right. What do I do first? Should I mulch it first? Yeah, we'll get it mulched first. Just enough room between those trees and the vines, which is good. Oh! There's a tree branch here. Right. Didn't expect that. There we go. I keep catching it. This is the only bit of vineyards and orchards I find slow. Keep catching on the vines themselves. No, missing bits. Sometimes it's quite difficult getting the centre point right with this one. This isn't the, this is a modded Ultra. It's technically, it's a power harrow, but it acts as a mulcher. Sort of it's both at the same time. It's 2.3 metre. So it just about fits up the vines. But it reaches across the whole lot as long as you centre it properly, which is sometimes what I struggle with. You'll see I clip the vines occasionally, and then other times I just miss bits entirely. But once I get used to it more, there we go, I've lost it now. Once I get used to it more, it'll be fine. Once you get into a rhythm, that's what I find. I'll go over the bits I've missed later. Okay. Messed up again. The thing is, once you clip it, it's so hard to get the tractor straight again, because it'll just continuously clip it if you try to adjust. I need to look in the official handbook actually as to whether I do need to get the entire thing. So I have a feeling I only need to... so if I was using... Let's have a look. This is the one for the grapes and that. I need to look to see if that... Just combination there. Okay. Need to see if that will actually... I only need... Because that won't... It'll only get part of it. It will mean you have to go up this side and then down this side of the vine, and so in the same road twice. But I'll need to have a look to see if that actually makes a difference, because it might be worth just getting the smaller ones, just so you don't clip the edges more. I wonder if it'll say it in game actually. Okay, that doesn't help. Let me actually go on site and have a look. Buying the game now, that's good. Where is it? I don't even remember. Farming Simulator Academy. There you go. I knew I'd find it. Right. Not even that really helps. Looking at the pictures, I only need to go up, then down. If anyone knows, because I'm genuinely not sure. So do let me know that one. It'd be easier than just clipping the bows every time. Like that. This is going to be easier first person. Not as the case, maybe. Well, I'm just going to keep clipping it, I suppose. To annoy me now. The thing is, I've started it like this, so I'm going to have to finish the whole lot and go back over one. So I'll just leave it. even halfway through this. I mean, I've got to probably do the other vineyard as well, all the way over Whitewood. Still missing bits. This is just really annoying. I don't know why it's missing bits. It didn't with the olive grove. Oh, for Christ's sake. The thing is, I've got to drive close because it's just missing bits for no reason. But if I drive close, it just clips it and then stops you dead. I understand what I can possibly do. tell I'm getting infuriated by this. There's no reason it should be missing these bits. finally done the bulk. Now I've got to go up, do all of the bits that the damn thing has missed, even though I went over them. The hell am I? This is the thing, it's missing bits, but I can't get any closer. It doesn't work if I do. I can't get those bits, even going over them. Right. You know what? I'm going to leave it. Actually, I'm going to look at used machinery, see what I've got. There's the vehicles I sold. One of them on there now, I've already got one. That'd be a good purchase, but not for that price. The rest of it, don't really. Only other thing I would consider buying is M6 and the front loader for it. I mean, we've got the telehandler, but I'd love to try this vehicle because I haven't tried the M6 out yet. I've used the M8, I've used the M7, I've used the M5. I haven't used any of the others out yet. I'm going to stop there. Let's go have a look at. Go over to the winery. Yeah, I need to flatten this area out first. Look. For wine, you just need grapes. For port, you need grapes and ethanol. For that, we need the yeast laboratory. Right, so this needs mulching as well. In that case, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of this because it's now, and I'm gonna therefore get rid of these two. and replace them with the ones you're meant to use anyway. And we'll just hope that just doing up and down once and missing bits is going to be the way, because I seriously do not want to worrying too much about that. So that's 1.4 meter, and that is 1.5 meter. Oh, don't have one of those. Okay, that's a good purchase then. I thought I did have one of those. Do now. Okay, it's a good job I double checked all of that. Right. We're not doing silage anymore. Okay, so that's I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna sell these. Because I think we could put the money to better use personally. Big's gonna have a bit of a surprise when he comes back. But we're not using them. We're doing the silage anymore. We're doing olive oil, canola oil, mixed salad, honey, eggs. So all of these really. So now, I mean, we're going to be doing the wine and alcohol soon as well. So actually, there's quite a lot we could sell. Is it a waste to get this stuff to begin with? I don't think so, because we've done a few uses out of it. Cool. We'll leave the tree planter there. I'm going to do some pine at some point. Just going to sell that straight off. Repainting it. There we go. Right, that's all done. Now we're left with what we need, essentially. That out the trigger. Dear. Hang on a second. Yikes, they need food. Good job I looked at that. I reckon we're going to need to think about buying some food soon. So I don't think I've got anything else the chickens can eat in that silo. This was the last of it. Look, hasn't quite filled, but yeah, that's all of it. Right, buy some chicken food next month then. Right. Take this back down to the shop, then we'll get the new mulcher attached. Go and do that other vineyard. Sure, the way I'm going to start doing it. Fine. Well, I mean, it fits on the back of here better. Just trying to sort of multitask. I've got a delivery due. It's meant to be coming today, but it's still somehow on the other side of the country, and there's been no updates in over 24 hours. So, streaming and trying to get into a chat with a human being. chat for the courier service is even working. It's okay. Telling me there's no connection to the internet, which is because I'm streaming. This is much easier, I just don't think it looks as good. It's the thing, but then I can't be doing with clipping thing every single time you're trying to do the job you're meant to be doing. Guys, let me know what the proper way to be doing this is, because, I mean, this can't be right, surely. I'm not convinced, but I'm feeling like it's better than clipping the vines every inch. I just don't know now. Right. No, done. I say I'm done, but I'm not. Got the ends to do, haven't I? Do the end up here? I don't think we did. Oh, I didn't. Okay, there we are. Now we're done. So that's all been mulched. It doesn't look as good when you don't go all the way up. But I think this is still alright though. I think it still counts the whole lot. Again, let me know if I'm wrong. I'll have to try and find another mulcher mod out there that's not quite as clippy as the other one. Slightly shorter, 2 meters instead of 2.3, that might be better. Yeah, I'm actually going to end this stream here. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Loving the Kubota DLC. Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.